Most of them just want this horrible change that we're going through, whether it's the sort of the change brought about by technology or the change brought about by the economic crisis, just to be over, so that, you know, so they can have paid off the school fees, and then we can actually change what we do and how we go about it, and who we hire and how we work, and the kind of work that we do, and what value, because then it'll be fine. But right now they just go, we'll get through this somehow, we'll fire lots of people and we'll take the cost down here and we'll just do a bit more of what we've been doing, it'll be fine. It's not good enough. It's certainly possible that we could use some of the talent that's going to waste at the moment to help generate growth for business and make our society a better place. It's already happening. I think that's the thing that we always predicate those kind of statements with. There are people doing really cool and important stuff. People are sceptical about the role of consumers. Yeah. I think part of the problem is calling them consumers to start with, because they don't exist to consume, they exist to interact with other people and do stuff with other people. What brands really is not just think about the economic value that they create, but actually about the social value that they create. You know, there is this notion of purpose and social connection that is increasingly popular particularly in American business circles. Brands that bring people together around the table as opposed to let them live privately, that encourage us to do stuff together outside the home, that encourage us to discover stuff about ourselves we never knew through the activities they encourage us to partake in. Those are really valuable things that we all benefit from, and you can put a number on those in various sorts. You can't say it's a straight economic equivalent. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you say, look, by getting people to do this much, that much money is being saved from the future healthcare costs, or it's likely to reduce crime by this much. But that's just as important, if not more, than the economic value. Listening to, working with, supporting, even serving the people who really love their brand, because it's their excitement, not the marketing, that generates helps everyone else see what's going on, the value of the thing. What they do with the brand is up to them. You can't do it. It's relatively easy to define it in economic terms if it's a private sector company, and we're quite good now at measuring different ways of doing that. So what is the value that's being created by this, as opposed to how efficient was this at creating value, which is the old conversation. That's commercial value. And then social value can also be saying we can identify either social savings, if you like, is one way of thinking about it. So money we didn't have to spend on fences, or social impacts in other ways. So we can measure things like social capital that's being created through a particular activity, or number of people who've got a particular problem, who've had their problem solved in some way, or number of lives saved, or those kind of things, or whatever is important in the social sense. You can also look at it as straight money. Although, to be honest, the IPA, from the advertising perspective, has over the last 25 years or so, 30 years, made the case really clearly that what we do creates real economic value for clients and is a powerful lever of both growth and the health of businesses, in real straightforward financial terms. So that's being done. If like the case is made, the problem is nobody's listened. We haven't used the same insight we've got into people that we harness for work for our clients, for ourselves. Now, marketing has an opportunity to start to reconnect, to be part of that reconnection. And it's got to happen soon. If that's what creativity can help us do, then we've really got something exciting ahead of us.